All right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are another little early morning jaunt from my local airport. Again, we're going to do another VFR flight today in the Warrior 2. Great trainer plane. Similar to the Archers that fly out of here all the time. Excuse me. For today, we're going to do another VFR flight. This is no GPS. Just going to take off using visuals, and we're going to follow what we're going to call the Goodyear transition. So we'll go out by the Goodyear blimp hangar and do a little sightseeing around Akron. And we'll be coming back on the Mogadore arrival path, which will take us over Mogadore Reservoir. And we'll be returning to Canton. I apologize, to the Akron-Canton Regional Airport this morning. So let's hop in and get started. About 6:30 in the morning, and we're gonna try to get a little airtime in before we gotta head out to the office this morning. Hop on inside. Tablet on here. Alright, everything be pretty much ready. Do anything. Oh gosh. Left brain and right brain. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will open up the fuel line, set it to the passenger side. Let's bring our throttle down. Mixture to rich. Crack the throttle. Flaps are down. Parking brakes set. Power's on. All batteries on. Plenty of fuel here. I'm gonna turn the avionics on now. Get clearance for takeoff, and then we'll get the plane started. I'm gonna go ahead and use say intentions to listen to the ATIS while we wait for
Temperature 16, dew.7. Altimeter 29er. Density altitude 1500 feet. FOD walk in progress, expect delays on the field. Advise on initial contact, you have information Juliet. Akron-Canton Regional
today.
Airport, information Juliet. 1251 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 2319er. Wind 280 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 16, dew.7. Altimeter 29er. Density altitude 1500 feet. FOD walk in progress, expect delays on the field. Advise on initial contact, you have information Juliet. Akron-Canton Regional Airport, information Juliet.
Okay, tower is 132.05
Arriving
here.
and departing runways 2319er.
Clearance.
Wind 280 at 8. Visibility 10.
Here.
Sky clear. Temperature 16, dew.7. Altimeter 29er. Density altitude 150.
Right. Beacon light on, let everybody know we're going to start soon, and let's call up and get our request for clearance for takeoff here. Clearance, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo in Warrior 2, VFR flight to the Akron regional area. Request flight following with information Juliet.
Stand by, your number one. Piper Echo Kilo on departure, maintain VFR at or below 2000. Departure on 118.6 squawk 3474.
On departure, maintain VFR at or below 2,000 feet. Departure on 118.6 squawk 3474. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
Akron clearance, Allegheny 1211. We'd like to get our IFR clearance to Detroit. We have Oscar.
Piper Echo Kilo, read back correct. Ground is on 121.7. Safe flight, sir.
Switching to ground on 121.7. Have a good day. Okay, let's go ahead and get started up here. Okay, so we got our power on, the alternators on, we crack the throttle. Mixture set to rich. Tank is set to the pilot side first. Trim is set to neutral. Parking brake is on. Checked all of our fuses are in. We're going to turn the avionics back off for a moment. Off, looking good. Go over here and let's turn the fuel pump on. Here we have fuel pressure. Good. Prime the engine. 1, 2, 3. Turn her over. Running right about 1200 RPMs is where we want to let her idle. And we can turn the avionics back on. Fuel pump is off. We'll turn our landing lights on for taxi. And turn our nav lights on. Heat. Because it was a cold morning here. We're finally starting to warm up. We're finally starting to thaw. Alright, we are up and running. Fuel looks good. Temperatures are coming up in the green. Radios are coming back online. Amps look good. Let's go ahead and... No, I don't have time for a full run up. So let's get to taxiing here. Switched over to ground on 121.7. Ground, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at medium parking A. We're ready to taxi with information Juliet.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Akron-Canton Regional Airport ground, runway 23, taxi via Echo.
Taxi via Echo, runway 23, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
Piper Echo Kilo, contact tower on 134.75.
Well, contact tower on 134.75. Good day. Checking back on. that golden light this morning. Down to taxi. Pause here for a moment and enjoy the view. Check out the last minute couple things here. Ready to go. Everything else should be pretty set. Not using this today. Traffic. See what's up. Go ahead. Contact tower. Tower, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, holding short, runway 23, ready for departure to the south.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Akron-Canton Regional Airport Tower, runway 23, winds 280 at 8, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 23, winds 280 at 8, clear for takeoff, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Let's go taxi out here. Oops. Parking brake's still on there.
Approaching runway 23.
Pump is on. Mixture is set to rich. You'll take heavy flaps.
On runway 23
down.
remaining. 7,900 feet.
Close out the brakes. Slowly bring up the throttle. Small bit of right run. It says in the POH to turn on for 100,000. Leveling out. Back on the throttle a little bit. There, into the
Piper Echo Kilo, contact departure.
Contacting departure, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Good day. Start heading over here towards the highway. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at 2,200 feet, going about 100 knots, traveling 120 degrees.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Akron-Canton departure, radar contact.
Radar contact, and here is the highway. The airport off to our left. We're actually going to cross over the highway and then start heading north. The railroad's kind of lifting up the nose.
Piper Echo Kilo, Akron Executive Airport at your 10 o'clock, 8 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Bye-bye.
What's the advisory frequency?
Piper Echo Kilo, Akron Executive Advisory 123.075.
123.075. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Good day. I guess they're busy this morning. No flight following for us. Well, that's all. Frequency. That's the hard course. That will be good. Actually, a little turbulent here at 2,000 feet today. This morning. Look at that sun coming up. Great morning to be alive. Landing lights on.
Akron Executive traffic, citation 904 Juliet, taxiing to runway 25. Akron Executive.
Since we're just north of Akron-Canton Regional Airport, let me tell you a bit about it. Akron-Canton opened its doors in 1946, and it's been a key player in Ohio aviation ever since. During the 1950s, it was actually a backup landing site for Air Force One, so you could say it's had some pretty important visitors. The airport is known for its easygoing vibe and short lines, which is a rare treat in the world of airports. Aviation enthusiasts love the spot because you can often catch a glimpse of everything from small private planes to commercial jets.
downtown area. And we hit the gorge. Metro Park.
Akron Executive traffic, November 264 Tango, Kilo taxiing to runway 25, Akron Executive. Akron Executive traffic, citation 904 Juliet, departing runway 25, Akron Executive.
That's actually, it's so weird if you look. This is a soccer stadium down there in between those two buildings, but AI just kind of like plunked some stuff down on top of it. That's where the Akron Zips play. Starting at 90 degrees. All this green in front of us will be the gorge. Morning air. There are more minimal throttle.
Since we're just north of Akron-Canton Regional Airport, let me tell you a bit about it. Akron-Canton opened its doors in 1946, and it's been a key player in Ohio aviation ever since. During the 1950s, it was actually a backup landing site for Air Force One, so you could say it's had some pretty important visitors. The airport is known for its easygoing vibe and short lines, which is a rare treat in the world of airports.
It is a rare treat in the world of airports. She's not kidding. This direction should be Mogadore Reservoir here. Just to our east. Seem to stay down around 2,000 feet here. Just want to keep climbing since he gave her that little bit of boost. Start heading back to the airport now.
Akron Executive traffic, November 264 Tango, Kilo departing runway 25, Akron Executive.
Just good for water for a minute. Mogadore Reservoir is pretty beautiful. Kayaked most of this lake.
Akron Executive traffic, Queen Air 561 taxiing to runway 25, Akron Executive.
I had it here. Usually I set it over here so I don't have to remember or go find it. I was just rushing this morning. 3470. Okay, all around we're gonna be there. Akron-Canton Tower, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, and Warrior 2, just past Mogadore Reservoir, 2,000 feet, inbound for full stop landing with information Juliet.
All over the area. If you ever hear a roar from below, it's probably a touchdown. The field is surrounded by classic Midwest scenery, and on a clear day you can see the whole town rally around their team. Here's something. The stadium has seen its share of nail-biting games, and even a few legendary comebacks that are still talked about in Hartville coffee shops.
Entering left downwind for runway 19. Or left base for runway 19. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Climbed a little bit, messing around with the comms, trying to figure all that out, didn't I? I was trying to come down already. I gave it too much juice. Bring our elevation down, get ready to land here. Let's go ahead and get our fuel pump on. And landing lights are on. Switch to our fullest tank. Mixture set to rich.
Piper Echo Kilo, runway 19er, wind 280 at 8, cleared to land.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, cleared to land, runway 19er, winds 280 at 8.
Approaching runway 23. Caution, caution.
Okay, we're on final. Gonna line up with the runway here.
Runway 19.
And where we at power wise? We can give her 1 notch flaps. Got trim. Power back in. Try to get back over the center here. Line her back up. coming in a little hot. But we got plenty of time. Keep it steady here. Try to keep it over center. Bringing our speed back slowly. Reducing throttle slowly. Be about 1500 RPMs we were at peaked. Pull back just a little bit more. Wants to have me crabbing today. Give some rudder to straighten us back out. Gonna bring it down in the down there. Got traffic on the runway. Straighten her back out again. We're level and ready. I nosed up a little soon there. Trying to level out. It's okay. Power down. Touchdown. Oh, a little rough. Put the nose down. On the runway. Made it back home safe and sound. But our wheelie is 1 notch of flaps.
Piper Echo Kilo, exit at Charlie at Babel. Contact ground on 121.7.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, exiting at Charlie. Contacting ground on 121.7. Have a good day.
Approaching runway 23.
Gosh, what a beautiful morning here. Grateful for this time in the sim, that's for sure. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, clear runway 19. Request taxi to parking space 6A. If they'll send me there.
Piper Echo Kilo, taxi to GA parking stand 6 via Echo. Good day.
Taxiing to parking stand 6 via Echo. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Have a wonderful day.
Approaching runway 23.
Alright. Turn our fuel pump off. No, let's get that fuel pump off. Just set our, put our mix back a little bit further. Yeah. Ugh. Taxi. Landing lights off. Oh. This will be the flight school. One of the reasons why I choose the Warrior 2. These type of local excursions is because the I have a pretty big fleet of Piper Archer 2s here. That just seemed appropriate, and this is a much nicer flight experience than the actual Archer 2 from 2020. Just sounds, the sound just was never right on that one. What a gorgeous morning. All right. Bring her in here, parking brake. Okay, let's get our lights off. Turn the avionics off. Down the list here. Palms. Autopilot. Oh, pitot heat's still on. We don't want that on. Burn it up on the ground. All our lights down. Laps are closed. Trim set to neutral. Pop the steering wheel or the yoke off for a minute here. And let's go ahead. Oh, let's turn on avionics switch first. Set to idle. Mix out. Alternator off. Wheels off. Fuel lines are off. Power's off. Air cold and dark. Coming to our tablet here. The chocks. Tie downs on. Hold the button. Power down the tablet. Oh, we don't. Not too bad. Wanted to focus on the radios. I think we did a pretty good job there this morning. Early enough. Calm traffic wasn't too heavy. We definitely stayed on course. Felt like our landing was a little rough. It could have been a little smoother. Had a hard time keeping her on over the runway. A little bit of wind coming in this morning. Man, what a gorgeous morning. Very grateful to get this time in the sim. Thanks for riding along with me. Have a wonderful day. Working on the fundamentals.